So anyway, without further ado, I'd like to introduce, we need some really high energy here too for Mr. Biff. Mr. Biff Sweetwater.
Hold your applause. Thank you for coming out tonight, guys. Do you guys have a good Halloween last night? I know some people are celebrating Halloween tonight. I do what I do every Halloween. It's a family Sweetwater tradition. And we make candy apples to hand out to the kids in the neighborhood, right? It's pretty sweet. It's a nice thing to do. So I went down to the supermarket. I get a price check, 10 pounds of apples, like couple 4 liters about of caramel sauce, and a big ass bag of razor blades. Now I know you guys are thinking, I see it on your faces. Don't judge me, all right? I did not cheap out. I got the good razor blades. I got the shit Quattros, all right? There's a little aloe gel in there and everything. And I'm not allowed on school grounds anymore for reasons my lawyer advised me not to get into on stage. But the apples made it to the bags. The kids had a good Halloween. I didn't get to see the reaction on their face when they bit into it, but I imagine it was something beautiful. Like I said, my name's Biff Sweetwater. It's totally normal sounding name, right, guys? Not at all like related to a backwoods inbred hobo clan, but you'd be wrong on that. You'd be wrong because I am. And it was really weird because I decided to look up what Biff Sweetwater, like my name, the origins of the name, right? Because everyone wants to know what their name means. Like some people's name means sunshine or whatever. Biff, as it turns out, well, there's a couple meanings. Biff in like Old English is like bopping somebody on the head. You biff them. I don't really go by that one. I prefer the other one, which it means a handsome lunk if you look it up in the dictionary. You might be confused, like handsome, that's a good thing, right? But what the hell is a lunk? Well, you look up lunk and you find it means lunk head. It's short for lunk head, which means a moron or stupid person or / slow-witted, however you want to think. So my parents have had this great joke on me the whole time where, they're like, Biff, hurry up for school, when really it's like, hey, stupid moron, hurry up for school. So it was a great family environment to grow up in. I had a great time with them in the hills of Alabama. It was good times, Got to know everyone really well, really, really intimately well in my family. Which leads me to Sweetwater, which of course, that's the family crest. And I'm proud to say, over 200 years keeping the bloodlines pure, people. 200 years. Not a lot of families can brag about that. Mine can. And it's actually kind of weird, because for the first time, I'm dating outside of the family. Like, it started 6 months ago. It's weird. It's unusual to me not to be dating a cousin or sister, and because we have more in common when you got your family. You get a lot in common there. But I'm dating a new girl. It's interesting. A lot of people are worried about when you meet somebody or you're gonna stay with them for a long time. People always joke. It's like, oh, you're dating someone, she's exactly like your mom, or if for girls, you're dating someone who's like your father. But that's not my case. I actually have the best of both worlds. My girlfriend, she has the same Scrabble addiction. Like, she knows all those stupid 2-letter words and memorize them all. And she steals the third or the triple word score from you every time. Every time. But on top of that, she has the attributes of my father, whereas she could probably beat him in a snoring match. I've slept in beds with both of them, and I've been driven out of beds by both of them, retreating into the tub with my pillow, just to get some peace. It's pretty brutal. Guys, stay away from that. But it's been great. We got a lot in common. We both love smoking weed, so there's that. I like to eat, drink, inject it. However I can get it into my system, I try the hardest that I can. And when we do this, we like to go start exploring the internet, and you kind of find yourself down these odd little rabbit holes where you don't think you're going to go when you start going on the internet, Googling shit. For instance, we were looking up weird facts. Did you know back in the 1700s, money didn't mean shit, right? Like paper money, coins, they weren't valuable. In the 17th century, dudes would use spices as currency. So just imagine, it's holiday season. Oh, what am I gonna do? I want to make that eggnog just right. I need that nutmeg. Nutmeg's worth more than gold. You're gonna be a hooking on the street sucking cocks for fucking nutmeg just so the eggnog tastes right. It's not pretty, people. It was not a good time. If you wanted cumin, you're trying to make some curry or some chili or something, that's gonna be some anal. It's not a good experience, people. Just, thank yourself that you didn't live back then. Other crazy stuff we learned. Cleopatra first of all, she's not even Egyptian. I don't know if you guys know that. She's not Egyptian, but she ruled the country. And she declared that earthworms were a sacred animal. Earthworms. And that if you took an earthworm outside of Egypt, it was punishable by death. By death. I don't know. Like, I'm glad I live in 2014 where like crazy shit like that doesn't happen. But probably the weirdest story of them all was this piece on Australia that we watched, and it goes over the origins of the dingo. I'm sure you've all heard that joke. Hey, dingo ate my baby, right? You've all heard that thing, right? That little stupid expression. It's not true. Dingoes don't eat babies. You know why they don't eat babies? Dingoes don't exist. There's no such thing as a dingo. It's a myth. It's a cryptozoological creature, right up there with Bigfoot and leprechauns and Eskimos. They don't exist. There's no such thing as them, people. It's pretty mental. And so you start, we're like, all right, this program's got my attention. It's a YouTube video that someone just posted. I'm sure it's very credible. And, they start digging into it. If you don't know this, Australia was originally a prison colony where they'd send all the reprobates and rapists and murderers and street rats and all that. They'd put them on a boat and ship them over to Prison Island, aka Australia. And all the ancestors, it traces back to this, right? But so the dingoes aren't eating the babies. The Australians are eating the babies, people. Australians eat children. Australians eat children. I'm just going to say that a couple times so it sinks in. They got a taste for that sweet, sweet, tender baby flesh, guys. And it came about because they're coming across. It's a long voyage. You ever try and get there on a plane? 24 hours or some shit. It's madness. I can't do that. But imagine it on a boat. Now, these old-time dudes on the boat, they're not going to give up their last lemon. They're fighting off the scurvy. So these guys got to fend for themselves in these holds. And it's sea rules, people. It's women and children first. You're not going to eat the women. Oh, I mean, you're going to eat them out, but you're not going to eat the women. But you are going to eat those tender little boys, little Jimmy, the fucking chimney sweep, or Billy, Jim something or other, the shoe shine boy. He's of no use. He's got that sweet, tender flesh. It's like veal mixed with chicken. It's pretty damn tasty if you've ever tried it. And if you marinate them, even better. Overnight, delicious. So next time you see an Amber Alert, guys, I just want you to be warned. Don't look for the nearest weirdo, all right? Look for the Australian in the neighborhood or wherever, all right? Just think about how mad that dude who runs Outback Steakhouse was when Chili's decided to drop that commercial. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby. Chili's baby back ribs. The fucking guy in Outback Steakhouse was throwing boomerangs and punching kangaroos out left and right. It was nuts, guys. So in closing, I just want to say, don't go to Australia. Fuck Australia. Thank you. I'm Biff Sweetwater.